All right, Dan. So the Empire Classic, you've got a game against Indiana. As always, this is an event that UConn or anything at MSG, UConn loves to be in. When you took this job outside of the Big East tournament, and obviously maybe playing St. John's there, how much did you want to get into the Garden?
Yeah, I think playing, playing at MSG, minus, getting to a Final Four, that type of atmosphere and 75,000 people in a dome stadium. I'd say that playing at MSG, versus a top level opponent is maybe the next best thing. There's nothing like the Garden. There's nothing like the electricity. There's nothing like the lighting. Pulling up the cargo elevator. I mean, just the entire experience, the history of the building. Obviously, our fans. There's so much history in that building in terms of what UConn has done there over the years. The step back party at Kemba. Ray Allen's big shot versus Georgetown, and Allen Iverson. There's just so much incredible history there.
Yeah, multiple games actually in the Garden this year. When you get to this game or this tournament, in November, where do you hope? And I know it's early, but where do you hope this team will be?
Well, hopefully we're playing as well as we've played recently versus non-conference foes. Yeah, we've been pretty tough to beat in non-conference games. So really, you just hope you have a healthy Donovan, or at the time, by the time we get to the Garden, a Donovan Clingan who's knocked off the rust and has gotten healthy and has been on the court. We're obviously relying on a number of freshmen to either start for us this year, like a Steph Castle, and deliver straight away. Or help us off the bench in terms of the depth that really put us over the top last year. So, we're not going to pick up where we left off last April in terms of this team. We lost too many critical pieces, but we feel like we're a threat once again this year.
For those freshmen, the first time they walk onto that Garden floor, how do you prepare them for the enormity of it and not get swallowed by that moment?
I think the way that we just go about our business on a daily basis, Andy, prepares these guys. Our practices are highly stressful. They're incredibly fast paced. They're super intense. I mean, myself and my coaching staff, Kamani Young and Luke Murray and Tom Moore. I mean, we are stressing out our team as much as we possibly can in a practice setting, so that that transition to game night feels a lot more comfortable. But first time stepping on MSG court, you gotta have some serious control of your emotions and your nerves, because it can definitely get the best of you.
Okay, last two things for you. Transfers. You guys have done a great job of finding the right pieces. Certainly this year with Cam Spencer, a guy that actually has hit shots in that building. And obviously made big shots for Rutgers. What do you look for when you find a transfer for how they're going to have to fit your system?
Yeah, I think, Andy, we just look, we don't just try to bring in a lot of different people and then just throw it against the wall and see what sticks. Generally, for us, I mean, we have a lot of continuity with our program. We want to return some core players every year, like a Jordan Hawkins and Andre Jackson and Adama Sanogo last year, and then add around them. This year it's Donovan Clingan, it's Alex Caravan, it's Tristan Newton, and then you obviously then you bring in a high level transfer in Cam Spencer that is a plug and play starter. That's a two-way player that's going to offset the 3-point shooting that we lost with Jordan Hawkins, that we lost with Joey California. And he could hit the ground running from day one, but he's coming into a very stable situation where We're not trying to figure out, 8 new pieces, coming into a very stable environment.
Last year, you had the Twin Towers essentially of Sonogo and Klingon. Now Klingon steps up. Who's that next guy to balance him?
Yeah, so Samson Johnson, I would say the blessing with Donovan missing the time has been the reps and the attention that we could give to Samson Johnson, and him sliding from 4 to more 5, more of a movement center, a very high level athlete that gives us a different look. You've got the 7'2", almost 7'3", or maybe even 7'3", giant, and then you bring in the graceful, fluid, super athletic, guy that can give you a different look. And Samson's looked great. He's in his 3rd year with the program. He's had some bad luck, and now I think he's going to show UConn Nation and college basketball that he's a really talented player.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Andy, thank you.